Hi, it's Hope and welcome to the video. This is going to be May releases I'm excited for. So I'm going to be talking about 7 books that personally interest me that are being released in May. 3 of which I know for a fact that I'm reading. Like, you would have to pay me $1 million not to read these in May. Like I'm that excited, but honestly, there's multiple of these that I might also try to sneak onto my TBR. But my list of books that I need to read in May is huge, so let's just get straight into this with on May 4th, we have Counting Down With You by Tashie. I am not going to try to pronounce her last name because I will butcher it, and I just feel bad because I butcher it. So I'm not going to say the last name because I do not want to butcher it. And this, for a lot of these, I'm going to just be reading the Goodreads because a lot of these I'm excited for, but yet I know nothing about. I just know, like, one fact about them, and that's it. Like, this one, all I know is it is fake dating. I don't need to be said anymore. I haven't read this description since, like, when I added this book to my Goodreads, which was months ago, so let's just read the description. A reserved Bangladeshi teenager has 28 days to make the biggest decision of her life after agreeing to fake date her school's resident bad boy. How do you make 1 month last a lifetime? That right there has me just like, and I don't need to read anything else, I'm here. Karina Ahmed has a plan. Keep her head down, get through high school without a fuss, and follow her parents' rules, even if it means sacrificing her dreams. When her parents go abroad to Bangladesh for 4 weeks, Karina expects some peace and quiet. Instead, one simple lie unravels everything. Karina is my girlfriend. Tutoring the school's resident bad boy was already crossing a line, pretending to date him out of the question. But Ace Clyde does everything right. He brings her coffee in the mornings, impresses her friends without trying, and even promises to buy her a dozen books a week if she goes along with his fake dating facade. Though Karina agrees, she can't help but start counting down the days until her parents come back. T-minus 28 days until everything returns to normal. But what if Karina no longer wants it to? Fake dating. Again, that's all I needed to hear, and I am so excited for this. I believe this is Tashie's debut. Yes, it is her debut. And I'm really excited for this. I just love the idea of fake dating. How many times do I have to tell that? The next book, which is also being released on May 4th, is Realmbreaker by Victoria Aveyard. And if I'm going to be honest, I haven't even read the description of this book, yet I've pre-ordered it. I've pre-ordered a signed copy through Indigo. Let's actually read the description. This will be my first time actually reading the description, like, full in detail. All I know is it is a high fantasy, and it's Victoria Aveyard, and I loved the Red Queen series by Victoria Aveyard, so I'm praying that I love this. But a strange darkness grows in all word. Even Karain, an Amarat, can feel it, tucked away in her small town at the edge of the sea. Soon she discovers the truth. She's the last of an ancient lineage and the last hope to save the world from destruction. But she won't be alone. Even as darkness falls, she is joined by an unlikely band of companions. Sad family. A squire forced to choose between home and honor, an immortal avenging a broken promise, an assassin exiled and bloodthirsty, an ancient sorceress whose riddles hide in eerie foresight, a forger with a secret past, a bounty hunter with a score to settle. Together they stand against the vicious opponent, invincible and determined to burn all kingdoms to ash, and an army unlike anything the realm has ever witnessed. By the looks of it, that's found family, possibly. One of my favorite tropes. I am so excited for this. And, like, it's the first in a trilogy, I think it's meant to be. Yes. By the looks of it, it's going to be a trilogy. So, like, I'm excited for this. Again, I have a copy pre-ordered. The next book is Meet Cute Diary by Emery. And I forgot I was interested in this, and then like I read the description already, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot I even added this to my like Goodreads, to like my like releases list, and to the point that I don't remember anything from it. So I'm gonna read the description, and it just sounds so cute. Felix Ever After meets Becky Albertelli in this swoon-worthy, heartfelt rom-com about how a transgender teen's first love challenges his ideas about perfect relationships. Noah Ramirez thinks he's an expert on romance. He has to be for his popular blog, The Meet Cute Diary, a collection of trans happily ever afters. There's just one problem. All the stories are fake. What started as a fantasies of a trans boy afraid to step out of the closet has grown into a beacon of hope for trans readers across the globe. When a troll exposes the blog as fiction, Noah's world unravels. The only way to save the diary is to convince everyone that the stories are true, but he doesn't have any proof. Then Drew walks into Noah's life, and the pieces fall into place. Drew is willing to fake date Noah to save the diary, but when Noah's feelings grow beyond their stage romance, he realizes that dating in real life isn't quite the same as finding love on page. So it's, again, fake dating. It's queer. Do I need buzzwords? Fake dating. Anything queer. I'm here. Like, I'm here. The next book is Cool for the Summer by Dahlia Adler. And this I can actually say a little bit about because I actually remember some of it. So we follow Laura, who is into this, like, very popular guy named Chase, and when he starts taking an interest in her, things start to go good. But all that kind of changes when Jasmine, a girl that Laura went to summer camp with and had a mini summer romance with, arrives at Laura's school, and that kind of puts Laura in a position where she's not sure what that possible summer romance thing meant, but she has this boy who likes her, and it's just kind of a book of just self-discovery. Jesus, I have a hand. It's just a book about self-discovery and all of that, and that's all I know, that's all I want to know, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. And Cool for the Summer comes out May 11th. I forgot to add that. The next book is Heartstopper Volume 4. So this is the 4th book in the Heartstopper graphic novel series. This is literally like the only graphic novel series that I read. But the first book, Hearthstopper Volume 1, we follow Nick and Charlie, and Charlie is the only openly gay kid at this all-boys school, and when Nick becomes friends with Charlie and they become friends, Nick begins to question his sexuality, and it's their cute little romance, and that's all that I can say, and without like spoiling, even though like there's not really that much to spoil, but like I loved reading these graphic novels when I first read them back in the first 3 volumes in February 2020. Like, I absolutely love them, and like, you bet your ass I am doing a reread of these, and the second I am able to read Hearthstopper Volume 4, I will, and this comes out on the 13th of March. The next book is In the Ravenous Dark by A.M. Strickland. This, I'm reading the description because I totally forgot what this book was about. But this first line has me just like, yeah, I don't need to know anymore. A pansexual blood mage reluctantly teams up with an undead spirit to start a rebellion among the living and the dead. Can we just leave it there? I'm kidding, I am going to read more of it. But I think I heard that and I was like, yeah, okay, adding to Goodreads. In Thanopolis, those gifted with magic are assigned undead spirits to guard them and control them. Ever since Rovin's father died to keep her family from this fate, she's hidden her magic. But when she accidentally reveals her powers, she's bound to a spirit and thrust into a world of palace intrigue and deception. Desperate to escape, Rovin finds herself falling for 2 people she can't fully trust. Lydia, a Belingal, a rebellious princess, and Iverlos, a handsome spirit with the ability to control Rovin, body and soul. Together they uncover a secret that will destroy Thanopolis. To save them all, Rovan will have to start a rebellion in both the mortal world and the underworld, and find a way to trust the princess and spirit battling for her heart, if she doesn't betray them first. Me like the sound of that. I love the sound of this because it's like Living and Dead. We have a pansexual main character. I don't think I've ever read a book with a pansexual main character, to my knowledge, that I can remember. So, like, yeah, I'm very interested, and this cover is just, like, it's so simple yet beautiful. I'm, like, trying not to look at it over the side, but it's just so beautiful. Like, I love it. And the final book is Charting Stars by Michelin Rickman. I think that's how the last name's pronounced. And this, I have an ARC-up. I'm a part of the street team. I need to read it before its release date. But I want to know nothing going into it. But I am going to read the description because I actually don't really know what it's about. The cover is gorgeous. It is so, like, magical, but, like, let's just read this. Talia Benson would consider herself fairly ordinary. Anyone would. Diligent student, only child to a single mother, protector of 3 cats, nothing crazy has ever happened to her. And Talia wants to stay that way, stable. Her knack for making friends, along with her obsession with the stars and her love for skirt pockets, coffee, and art, is more than enough to keep Talia happy for the rest of her days. That is, until a single evening in front of a blank canvas becomes the adventure she never dreamed she wanted. Now Talia finds herself in a lost world completely unlike her own, a land where monsters roam and magic thrives, where wars are born and then die in the wave of a hand, and where strange entities decide the fate of those who live among the 9 realms. The guardians of the foreign land have seen a great shift in the heavens. Something has changed, a prophecy has been spoken, a darkness is coming. But maybe, just maybe, an ordinary girl thrown between worlds could be the key to saving it all. So that's the book. Like, it's a normal girl gets thrown into a fantasy world and we go from there, and like, that is something that I like. And this, I think this was originally a graphic novel that got that, I can't remember what happened, but it ended up not being a graphic novel, and then it's turned into a novel. I can't remember the exact details around why. Like, it was a graphic novel, something happened in the author's life, couldn't continue, but then decided to rewrite it as like a novel, which, like, I'm here for. I plan on reading this. I have an ARC of it. I literally have a copy on my Kindle. I could go onto my phone, onto my Kindle app and read it right now, and I don't know why I'm not. Maybe because I have a really long TBR. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what books you're excited for May, like what books that I missed on this list. Do any of these books sound interesting to you? But I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye!